We hope you've been enjoying Health Matters, a global virtual conference. We're going to continue with the theme related to nutrition now with this next session, and I'm delighted to introduce Stacey Zawacki. She is part of and the director of the Boston University Sargent Choice Nutrition Center and a clinical assistant professor of nutrition. She is a registered dietitian with a master's degree in exercise science from Sargent College and a doctoral degree in public health. She's been teaching and advising at Boston University different nutrition students over the years, and her team of registered dietitians oversee the Sargent Choice Healthy Food and Education program. She has been working with students on many topics, particularly related to weight-related health issues, and also therapeutic diets, eating disorders, and performance nutrition. She's the recipient of the Boston University Sargent College Alumni Association Special Recognition Award for outstanding contributions to humanity beyond professional responsibilities, which is really important. Now, on a personal note, I have been so fortunate to be able to work with Stacey and her team over the last 5 years as the host of the Sargent Choice Test Kitchen. It's been such a pleasure that every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., students from all over campus come and try some of the different recipes from Sargent Choice. We test them out, they're blogged about, and sometimes they appear in the cafeteria. So I want to just thank Stacey for that opportunity. And now here's Stacey.
Every 5 years since 1980, a group of nutrition scientists and practitioners, nationally recognized, are assigned with a very big job: to review the latest nutrition evidence and inform the dietary guidelines for Americans. Why should we care about the dietary guidelines for Americans? Because everyone here has someone in their family who has a nutrition-related condition like heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, cholesterol. Poor diet is also related to strokes and many cancers. The dietary guidelines are designed to promote health, prevent disease, and help Americans maintain a healthy weight. Since the guidelines were first published 35 years ago, the major themes have not really changed. You may be surprised to know that we're still recommending that people eat more fruits and vegetables, that people eat less salt and added sugar. So how are we doing? Well, the majority of Americans do not eat enough nutrient-rich foods, and almost everyone consumes too much solid fat and added sugar. Why is it so hard to eat healthy? We know that people care about their health. We know that people are concerned about their weight. In fact, many young people are dieting to lose weight, even when they are not overweight. Well, it turns out that eating is very complicated. It isn't enough for an individual to decide they're going to eat well. We're learning now that there are many other factors that influence a person's food decisions, in particular, the food environment. What do I mean by the food environment? I mean what people face every time they need to make a food decision, the types of foods and the way foods are promoted. I want to share a story. My first assignment at Boston University 13 years ago was to design a nutrition seminar for faculty and staff. I love food, and I like to cook with healthy ingredients. During the class, I introduced several of my favorite recipe makeovers. I've learned that it's always best to start with a recipe that people like. The goal is to modify the ingredients without sacrificing taste and satisfaction. This is a makeover of the original Toll House cookie. Most people are familiar with it, and they know how good the recipe tastes. It also serves as a great example of recipe modification in keeping with the dietary guidelines for Americans. Instead of white flour, a refined grain, we use 2 whole grains, whole wheat flour and oatmeal. Instead of butter or margarine, solid fats, we use a combination of heart-healthy oil and nutrient-rich peanut butter. We cut the sugar in half, and the cookies are plenty sweet. Most recipes are actually sweeter than we need them to be. Last but not least, we use mini chocolate chips. Mini chips allow for the same amount of chips in every cookie, but only 1/3 the amount of chocolate. Back to the story. One of the participants in the class told me that her boss was unable to attend the first session, so she was going to sit in for him. She wasn't interested in the class for herself. She already knew how to eat healthy. She was going to take notes for her boss. To my delight, she enjoyed the class so much that she signed up for the rest of the sessions. Her name was Lisa, and I'll always remember her. At the end of the 6-week series, Lisa told me that she was inspired by the class, but she was frustrated. Why was she frustrated? It turns out Lisa ordered food for community lunches every week. 150 people attended. There were no healthy options on the catering menu. Would I mind sharing some of my healthy recipes with the catering office? Of course, the answer was yes. When I first met with some of the pastry chefs at Boston University, I learned a very interesting fact. Over 1 million cookies are served between April 1st and commencement each year. What if we inspired them with a healthy version of their favorite cookie? What an opportunity. At the same time, there was a push for healthier foods at Sargent College. Students were unhappy that the only food options at the College of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences was the usual vending machine fare. Our dean of Sargent College at the time, Gloria Waters, became our biggest supporter. That year, we piloted a line of healthy baked goods at Boston University. Before we knew it, we were assembling a team of registered dietitians to create the Sargent Choice Healthy Food and Education Program. Every day, we partner with Boston University's dining services, student health services, and athletics. Our goal, to make healthy eating easier for the entire BU community. Why are we so excited to do this work on a university campus? There are so many reasons. Of all the age groups, young adults have the greatest tendency to underconsume health-promoting foods. We do a lot of interventions with young children, but college students have actually reached a level of maturity where they're really able to give a greater weight to the long-term consequences of their behaviors. They're away from home, often for the first time, making independent food decisions, and they're exploring, trying new things on their way to developing lifelong habits. Food and beverage companies know the benefits of marketing their products to college students. Here is a very cool-looking car that makes the rounds around Boston when the college year begins. It's only one such vehicle I see driving down Commonwealth Avenue this time of year. In fact, over $10 billion per year is spent marketing foods and beverages to children and youth. Unfortunately, most of the foods and beverages marketed to children and youth are unhealthy. So how can we compete? Well, we asked our students. Our team of Sargent Choice ambassadors check in with students on a daily basis, and we conducted a series of focus groups just like the food companies do. What did we learn? Students value their health, but they have lots of things to think about when they arrive on campus. Eating well has to be easy. The Sargent Choice logo makes it easy to identify healthy food options across campus. Most students are not looking for exotic foods, but they're open to healthier versions of the foods they're already eating. They also want to be in charge of the choices they make and have some flexibility to mix and match on their own. That's why we call it Sargent Choice. Every day we offer Sargent Choice a la carte options like muffins, soups, pizza, and deli sandwiches. We also offer complete entrees that range from pasta and noodle dishes to composed salads to traditional turkey dinners. Once a semester, we celebrate Sargent Choice Night and fill the dining halls with new offerings for students to taste and tell us if they think the recipes are ready for prime time. Let's take a look at a video of students trying our new Sargent Choice Bean Burrito.
We're here today promoting the Sargent Choice program.
We're sampling a new Sargent Choice recipe that one of our food service interns created for us. It's a classic bean burrito.
All in all, it's really a complete meal that meets all the Sargent Choice criteria. It's low in fat and low in sodium. Tastes really good if you ask me. We're gonna first start out with a whole wheat tortilla. Next, we're gonna add some light sour cream, some low fat pepper jack cheese, and some lettuce for crunch. Next, we'll be adding some pico de gallo. This is black beans, kidney beans, pepper, onion, and corn. And lastly, we're gonna add some jicama and mandarin orange salad to the side. And there we go.
We just tried the Sargent burrito, we both like it.
Usually I don't like a lot of vegetables in my burritos, but it's pretty good.
And it's good if you like spicy food.
It's got a little kick to it.
Number one, students said taste was most important to them when choosing foods on campus, but second most important was healthy options. Every day here in the dining hall, there's one Sargent Choice entree available.
I'm a fan of all the Sargent food, especially the pizza. It's healthy. Super healthy.
So that's part of the reason why we have these promotional tables, so students can see for themselves. Healthy foods can be great for you.
Even though I'm not a vegetarian, I'd probably still eat it anyways because it still has a lot of flavor.
What else have we learned? Our students want to know what makes Sargent Choice the healthy choice. Maybe it's because our food looks and tastes so good they can't believe it's healthy. So we tell them. We use whole grains instead of refined grains. We use lean meats, fish, beans, low-fat dairy products, and dairy alternatives. We use more fruits and vegetables in our recipes, and heart-healthy oils instead of solid fats. And we don't rely on salt and sugar to flavor our foods. Our chefs use herbs, spices, and flavorful cooking techniques. Our students are with us for 4 years, so we can help them with the transition from their dining hall to their own apartment kitchens. Our website is filled with recipes, videos, and tips for navigating the grocery store and restaurants. We offer 1-credit cooking classes each semester at our Fitness and Recreation Center. Healthy Cooking on a Budget is by far our most popular class. Our registered dietitians work with teams, clubs, and student groups to offer nutrition seminars and individual nutrition counseling to students at nutritional risk. By the time our students leave us, we've helped them develop a preference for healthy choices. We've helped them develop the skills to continue to make healthy choices on their own. And we've demonstrated that it's possible for institutions to support their healthy habits. That's changing the food environment. That's many of the factors that influence people's eating decisions. And that's why we say that no other university offers this course. Over 17 million students attended college in 2015, and enrollment is expected to increase at least until 2024. Colleges and universities have a huge opportunity to change the course of our public health. Speaking for my team of registered dietitians at the Sargent Choice Nutrition Center and our partners across campus, it's our pleasure to help Boston University lead the way. Thank you for tuning into this presentation. I hope you enjoyed our time together as much as I did.